To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Happy New Year's. And let's end 2020 with more money, more cash, more glory. Thanks for watching. Get paid in full. Last game on the card. COVID took away 3 games from us. And I long to cap with you, Max. I can't wait to have you back in action here. 9 p.m. Eastern. Nevada Wolfpack 6-3, 1-1 in the Mountain West at New Mexico. Lobos 3-2, 0-2 in the Mountain West. Dreamstyle Arena, Albuquerque, New Mexico. So New Mexico Lobos, they've come home now from this? Their county's letting them play at home. Is that right, Max?
Yeah, apparently they're going to be at the pit playing. So
wow. Okay, so for those of you guys who haven't been following the teams in New Mexico, been very, very difficult. The county didn't allow them to gather, so they went and hit the road. They hit the road in mid-November and cost a lot of money. And they moved to a couple different counties in Texas that had ridiculously high COVID rates. And they were on the road. They'd been on the road, and even with that back-to-back that they just had in Boise State. Let's talk about Nevada first, and let's give you a market here. The market that we are dealing with is Nevada opening up as 4.5-point favorites. That moved to 6. This total is at 147. The indicator books have moved it to 148. Nevada coming off an upset loss, 68-66 at home to Air Force as 11.5-point favorites. They went just 2 for 24 from 3 in that game, and they've been stewing on that game since December 20th. They have 2 guards in Grant Sherfield and Desmond Cambridge, who combined to average 30.1 points, 7.9 boards, and 8.1 assists. New Mexico coming off getting badly beaten as well. This was at Boise State, back-to-back games by a combined total of 61 points. Their lone returning starter, Makawach Malawach, who we spoke about quite often on this show, is their only player scoring more than 10 points per game. As a team, they hit 44.2% from the field, which isn't awful. You want awful, you go look at their three-point and foul line shooting. They're hitting just 28.9% from 3 and 61% from the stripe. Market moving towards Nevada, Max. Does that make sense? What's your move here? Final game of the night.
Yeah, listen, Jim, this is a real weird line movement because of when the line's moving. I think that this is a spot that is screwball home dog city. But I have to look at just New Mexico in the first half. I have to look at New Mexico in the first half only because this is a New Mexico team that just doesn't shoot the ball well. You said it. They got one guy that can shoot the 3. The other guy that can shoot the 3, Keith McGee, he has an ankle injury, so I don't know if he's going to play or be able to contribute offensively. And I think that when it comes to this defense, yeah, they look bad, but I think that this game is more along the lines of the Rice game, 73-61 type game, where they muck it up, they use their size, they make it a physical game, and they really test Nevada's depth because let's be frank here, Nevada, if they want to drive and just run pick and rolls and just back cuts all game, I think that they can do some work there. But with New Mexico, the question always is going to be, what are you going to get at the point guard spot? Jeremiah Francis doesn't really give me a lot of room to feel warm and fuzzy. Saquon Singleton, well, we know what he does. He doesn't shoot the 3, and his free throw shooting is an abomination. But he's still a good kid, and he's a human being, so power to him. But it's just a real sad offensive scene when it comes to New Mexico. I want to jump on them first half, just fading this line movement. But for the show record, I'm hesitant, Jim. I don't know what to do. I've watched Nevada in one game look great against Air Force, and then in the next game shoot 2 for 24 from 3. I've seen Zane Meeks get 34 minutes. I've seen Zane Meeks get 16 minutes. You never know with this mutt they have coaching named Steve Alford, who they gave a 10-year contract to. The pros for Nevada are they played more games, they have more continuity, they're road tested, they have a 9% free throw line advantage, they're the better defensive team. The problem is if they get killed on the glass, that's a lot of free throws, even if they only make 65% of them. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of issues here. I'm going to bite the bullet and take Nevada -6 full game, and I'm going to take New Mexico first half. I've seen Nevada play so-so and have to make some good adjustments at halftime. But if they're going to win one of these two games, I do think it's going to be the first game. But I do think that with New Mexico coming off such a poor performance, I'm going to look at it as 2 games within one. Nevada will win the full game. New Mexico will win the early game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about your range first half for New Mexico in a second. Let's first make a decision on whether you want Nevada -5.5 at -114 or -6 at -110.
-5.5, -114.
-5.5 and -114. That is available at FanDuel. Then we have New Mexico first half. What is your range?
Yeah, I'm going to go 3 to 4.5 on that.
3 to 4.5 for the Lobos first half. Very interesting.
Well, I just want to point out, Jim, we've seen so many of these tale of two halves. I've been the victim of them. I've cashed on them. It's just something that when you talk to someone that isn't betting and watching a ton of college basketball, they think, well, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? Why don't you just pick one side? Well, that's the thing. There are so many of these games that you really have to add it into your game-to-game capping.